Hello, and welcome to the Codex Prime podcast. We are on episode 122, and it is Tuesday, May 29th, 2018. I am your host, Victor Omoayo, and with me, as always, is my co-host and social media chair, Carl Byrd.
What is going on? And of course, I forgot to turn the volume of my phone.
So. Means you got to buy a beer for everyone on the show. Yes.
Ain't much.
That's cool. Yeah, man. We are back once again. This hot ass weather, but hey, it's better than the snow. Yeah, post Memorial Day, and yeah, we're gonna be talking a bit about the summer movie preview 2018. So we're gonna be talking a bit about some of the movies and TV shows that we're looking forward to coming out in the months of June, July, and August, and we'll get into some of these headlines here as well. And I got a few words to say about a couple of headlines that just dropped recently. So yeah, we got Kyle who just joined. He just joined us. Welcome to the show, Kyle. Yes, it is. This is bald head weather. We are in it. It is.
Not bald.
Yeah. You ever consider?
I'm a little. Huh?
You ever consider shaving your head?
When I get older and my hairline recedes even more, then yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, it'll happen.
Damn, I don't wish that evil on me. I don't necessarily want to be bald, but
you know, if it happened to me, it can happen to anybody.
I suppose so.
Yeah, but right now, but speaking of hair, you know, I'm trying to grow a Kratos beard, so that's why I'm still leaving it unshaved. Man. You know, I could trim it and look a little smoother, but you know what?
You should definitely trim it and look a little smoother.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, who am I trying to impress? You know, who? I'm not in the dating scene. You know, I'm not trying to impress the ladies anymore.
Why are you still saying that?
It's been a while since I said ladies,
and
man.
Let's keep it that way.
Come on, man. If it worked for Bill Burr, it can work for me, right? It's all right.
Let's compare you to Bill Burr.
No, Jesus.
Professional comedian.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yeah. So what's up? Mm-hmm.
I want to say multi-millionaire.
Nah, I want to say multi, but definitely in the millions.
Yeah. You.
Whatever, man. You can't try to rob me of my shine. Money ain't everything. Money isn't everything. All right.
It's funny when he says it.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Fuck you, Carl. Oh man, but yes, we are here once again, and yeah, our original topic for this week was gonna be Solo, a Star Wars story, but neither Carl or myself gave enough of a damn about that movie to go out and see it.
I just didn't have the energy to do so this weekend.
Yeah, so you didn't give a damn to see it. Just say it. It's okay.
I wanted to.
Did you really?
Kinda. Sorta.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence.
I mean, you can Redbox it. I mean, it looks like a Redbox movie. I mean, even when MoviePass will allow a free screening of it, I'm just not going to bother. Because I'm looking at it. I even read the spoilers, and I'm like, oh, that's it? Okay.
I didn't go that far yet. I heard mixed reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's got a mixed reception, and you know, I just couldn't muster up enough energy to go see it myself. I was thinking about maybe tracking down a copy of Solo by Mario Van Peebles and reviewing that for today. But I'm like, come on, I'm not going out of my way to review that. And besides, I don't think any library in Rhode Island has a copy of Solo.
Hey, don't rule it out. You never know. You can probably have to go down to the depths of like North Kingston Library.
Yeah, probably.
And find it.
Yeah, you ever seen that movie by Mario Van Peebles, Solo?
I want to say yes. But odds are to no.
Yeah, I've never.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that like it looks like the ones you probably saw like over 20 years ago, but if you watch it now, it might as well be like you've seen it for the first time, because it's like because it's so forgettable. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it. Is Mario Van Peebles even acting?
Yeah, he still is, I think.
Doing Tyler Perry movies or something? You know, he kind of Tyler Perry has tendencies to like
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've seen Mario Van Peebles in a Tyler Perry movie yet.
I know I haven't, but
Yeah. What was the last high profile thing he did? I'm trying to think. He did a movie called Badass, which was like about the making of his father, Melvin Van Peebles' movie Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. And then he was in an episode of Living Single with his dad. And that's all I can remember, really. Oh,
I'm sure there's been something more recent than that.
yeah, I'll look it up on IMDb or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, man,
Wikipedia is your best friend.
absolutely. But besides that, man, what else have you been up to this past week?
Man, I couldn't believe this.
What's up?
I beat God of War 4.
Fucking right, high five, man. Yes.
I beat it.
Okay. Yep.
I know Kyle, who's watching. I know he's still playing it. The game of the year candidate.
Absolutely, man.
And I will say that to me, the ending was predictable.
Yeah.
I found it predictable, but I still had that feeling of accomplishment. That was like, wow. I felt like I was on that journey.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, what did you think of the final twist, which I won't get into?
I knew that. I kind of put two and two together, and I just had a feeling something was gonna happen. I'm like, yup, yup. I knew it.
You know, admittedly, I didn't see it coming.
Let's just say they just don't put characters in for no reason nowadays.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So there had to be something.
Now, did you do any of the side quests? Like, did you fight any Valkyries?
I sure didn't.
Oh man, you got to fight the Valkyrie.
And
man.
like, so I basically beat that game with a very low energy bar and very little Spartan rage.
Wow. Yeah.
Hence why it probably took me so damn long.
Yeah, man. Did you do any side quests at all, or did you skip a lot
You
of
just
them?
asked me that like 2 seconds ago.
Like, well, I know like the Valkyries are specific.
Side quest? No, I didn't.
Really?
Straight through.
Well, see, maybe that's why it took you longer, because like with side quests you'd level up faster and you can get through the main quest much easier. And
I definitely could have used those side quests too, because there was some characters I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah,
But it was worth it.
yeah,
It's the fun factor, which is a rating system that they use back from Electronic Gaming Monthly.
yep,
The fun from the scale of like 1 to 5 that they used to use, 5.0.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, are you gonna go and go back to any of the side quests at all?
Depends how I'm feeling. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready to start The Last of Us.
Okay,
That was like my next game on my like little docket.
yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, I will say that the side quests are definitely worth it because you'll see much more of the world than you already have, and you'll uncover some really interesting lore in the world as well. And I so far there are 8 Valkyries in the game. I beat 5 of them, but they're hard. And like when you go into them like with a full Spartan rage meter, like hit them with both specials from your 2 weapons, then hit them with Spartan Rage, and then you'll like drain at least half of their life bar. Then you'll have a fighting chance. Otherwise, you'll be dead like in 3 seconds. They are hard.
That just makes me rage quit though. I don't want to rage quit.
No, I mean it is worth it though because you'll get better armor and some more buffs for your characters. So yeah, man. But yeah, I'm glad to know that you beat God of War, and like I said, it is worth revisiting. I'll probably go back to some of the side quests after I beat a couple other games on my list.
That's how I'm feeling too. Yeah, it just depends how I'm feeling. If I really just say, you know what, why not?
Yeah.
Then I'll just do it unless I buy something new.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, you still buying Detroit Become Human?
I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, so I'm really considering it.
Yeah. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh no, the game's graphics are like dope. You know what I mean? Of course, like when it comes to like gameplay, the graphics kind of die down a bit.
Yeah.
But like, it's still an amazing game,
Mm-hmm.
amazing looking game.
Yeah.
It's a Telltale. I know a lot of my friends were like, they got completely shut down by it because of the simple fact that it's a Telltale. It's like a Telltale game, but it's.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy Telltale games. Like I love the Game of Thrones one. The Guardians was good. Was good. The Batman one was good.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Zachary all the way from the Philippines.
Oh, nice, man. Welcome.
Damn, the Philippines.
Yeah, man. Yo, Codex worldwide, son. Yes.
Oh, Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke. You know, she's a better manager than a wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Kyle says Detroit made me retire. He says Detroit made me retire God of War for a while.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like that.
That's saying something.
Okay.
That,
You know what? When I scratch up enough bread, I'm pick myself up a copy.
I'm sure the demo's still available for free.
I know, but I know how the gameplay is because I've played 2 other games from that same developer, Quantic Dream. So I don't really need to play the demo, but I'll get a copy of Detroit eventually. But there's one game that I really do want to that I'm looking forward to. I think it's coming out next week or the week after called
What's that?
Vampire.
I seen that somewhere.
Yeah,
I think when I drove by a GameStop and I think they had the poster of it, but I know I came across it.
yeah, it looks really interesting.
That is a Victor. Yeah, just by looking at it, that just says Victor Omoayo all over it. That is a Victor ass game.
I don't know what you mean, but okay. I mean, it's a cool. I like the concept. You know, you play as a vampire who's a doctor, and you have to go around go around London, and you got to decide who you're gonna kill and who you're gonna spare. You know, you suck the blood of your victim so you can survive as a vampire. It looks pretty cool. You know, it has this dark and grim, very dreary atmosphere. You know, I like that. So I'm gonna give it a fair chance. You know, hopefully it'll live up to the anticipation and the hype. And yes, Vampire is open world as well. So yeah, anything else you've been up to, man?
Still working on 13 Reasons Why.
Okay, season 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I checked out Pusha T's new album Daytona.
Oh, okay.
7 tracks. So I got through that real quick.
Wow, just 7?
Yeah, just 7.
Yeah, how long is the album? Like,
Half hour.
Wow.
Not even.
jeez.
Like you really I was just like walking and listening to it. I'm like, oh shit, it's done.
Huh. Did you listen to it on Spotify?
Yes.
Okay. So how is it?
It's actually not bad.
All right.
It's not bad. I was listening to one of my podcasts that I subscribe to, and they described it as adult contemporary trap music.
That's a weird ass description.
It is, but it's like
That's like four words that don't go together or shouldn't.
it's like okay. I mean, like you have your trap hip hop. I separate trap EDM and then trap hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like trap hip hop's like the the Little Uzis and
Yeah.
all the other guys, and then like you got trap EDM, which is like DJ Snake, Undercoffer, and all that,
Mm-hmm.
which is the trap that I personally love.
Okay.
But I mean, he has a couple of good songs in there, like "Come Back Baby," "What Would Meek Do," if you knew you knew, if you know you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he basically like it's telling the same story of him, being in the trap. He was around when the whole like thing with Big Meech went down and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he had some words. I got to listen back at it because he had some words to say.
Yeah.
Oh, and not to mention the whole entire album is produced by Kanye West.
Oh, him.
Don't let them. You're already guilty of that. The art with the
Separate
artist.
the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Old sunken place Negro.
Yeah, it's that Kardashian.
Mm-mm.
But it's still like rather good. But yeah, he must have said something about Drake because Drake put up a freestyle
Mm-hmm.
like a day after
Oh,
the album was released. I haven't had a chance to listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna have to get back to y'all on that one.
Okay.
You see where I stand on the beef, but yeah, apparently Drake took shots at Pusha T and Kanye.
Oh, word. Yo, Drake's out of control. First it was Meek Mill, now it's Pusha T.
Yeah, but Drake's doing this. Drake's doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of hip hop,
What's up?
the last track was good. So there's a new artist that has emerged.
Okay.
And Kyle says that the last track was about Drake, so yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that one again.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a new rapper out.
All right.
His name is Real One.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Real One.
He has a new song called Phoenix.
Yeah.
And for those, I know I shared this on. I had to share this on the wrestling group because I wanted to make sure that we got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Real One, REAL, number one,
Mm-hmm.
is the quote unquote wrestler
Yep.
formerly known as Enzo Amore.
How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, yeah. When you posted that video, and first of all, I think it was produced.
No, Kyle, don't sign off. You gotta hear this.
Yeah, it was produced or posted by World Star Hip Hop,
Yeah.
and I watched this video of Enzo because I'm not
watched the entire thing. How far did you make it through?
3 minutes and 10 seconds, and I just shut it off. Like when he got to like him riding the buggy in the field, that's when I was like, yeah, I had enough.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. No, but go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, watching that video of him trying to quote unquote rap, I mean, my one of my biggest questions was how come he sounded like Mystical with a sore throat? Why though?
Because he kind of sounds like he does have that raspy performance voice.
Yeah, it's a performance voice, but like he was trying to like his flow is all over the place. Like he was trying to rap as fast as Mystical, and then like he tried to slow it down and bring it back up again. Like he tried to do a triple flow, like he was Migos or something. I was more confused than anything. That was my biggest emotion. I was confused at what I was watching and what my ears were processing. Because, you know, we all know Enzo, he can kill it when it comes to promos. I give him credit for that. As a rapper, though,
that was awful.
Yeah, I think somebody on the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare group said it best. He set white rappers back 100 years with that video.
Words what he said when shout outs to James Grande, and he said, "Wow, that was worse than the allegations."
Damn.
I mean, but there has been a line of wrestlers who turned to the mic. First of all, Kyle said that the 48-second mark was the most that he could take.
Oh, I don't blame you, brother. I don't blame you.
I did all 5 minutes.
Wow. I salute
all
you.
5 minutes. Well, it was on commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you this. I had to put together a list of wrestlers turned rappers. Now I need you to tell me which one was the best out of all of them.
Okay.
Kyle too, because I know he's watching.
Okay.
You got Conan.
Mm-hmm.
3 Live Crew, which was the team of Ron the Truth Killings.
Oh yeah.
R-Truth.
Yep.
The Road Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
And Conan.
Wow. Okay.
R-Truth as a solo act.
Mm-hmm. K-Quick.
Yeah. Quick.
Yeah.
Mo from Men on a Mission.
Oh man.
This may be going a little too far back for you.
Uh-huh.
PN News.
Oh shit. PN News, son.
Kurt Angle.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Macho Man.
R.I.P. Be a man. Yes.
And JTG from Crime Time.
Okay. Wait, what about John Cena?
Oh, damn, yeah, John Cena.
Yeah.
Let me just add him to my notes.
Okay. Best wrestler turned rapper or rapper/wrestler, whatever you want to say. Out of all of them, before I'm gonna have to say John Cena. I mean John Cena without a doubt. But before John Cena, Macho Man.
Oh God.
But before Macho Man,
Macho Man has bars.
bars, son. Yo, Hogan ain't got nothing on him. But before Macho Man dropped his album, my answer would have been Conan.
Oh yeah, yo, Rey Mysterio's the. I'm actually trying to find it on YouTube right now.
It was Ashes to Ashes, because Rey Mysterio did a song with Conan. It was, and WCW played it all the time on
That
Nitro.
was yeah. This is it.
Oh my gosh.
You're really dancing to this. Like that whole. I ain't gonna lie, it was dope.
It was at the time. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was that whole Chicano style.
Yeah.
Can we say Chicano on the pod?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be fair. What about Big Show? Big Show rapped?
Nah, I never heard of that.
I can't remember Big Show. Big Show does a lot of things, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, man.
Yeah, I probably would say like Conan has the best flow.
Yeah.
Cena had the bars.
Oh yeah.
Like he had the punch. No, Cena was punchline heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Yep.
believe we're really critiquing like wrestlers.
I know. He only had one album too, John Cena. He only had the one album. He could have done more. You know?
I think. Hold on, I'm trying to see if Ron Killings had a freaking.
Now while you're looking at Ron Killings, I think
See if he has a Spotify page. I ain't going that far.
you know
He does.
who Ron Killings?
He put out a song this year.
Wow, man. Ron the Truth Killings, K Quick. I will say Getting Rowdy was a cool song though. Now is this the same Ron Killings?
Please don't. Oh my God. You know Ron Killings is like almost 50.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he actually is.
Well, to his defense, he was rapping before he was wrestling. So he
yeah.
had the skill, and he was taking pictures with Tupac.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, like a picture of that. Oh yeah, a picture of him and Tupac. He had like a high top fade.
Mm-hmm.
That's like partially dyed, looking like Hakeem from
You know,
from Empire.
wow. You know, I will say like R-Truth, Ron Killings, whatever you want to call him. He can rap, he can flow. I'm just not a fan of his comedy character. Kind of makes him too buffoonish.
Oh, he's very buffoonish. Yeah, here's
Yeah.
here's a picture right here.
Okay, so that was him and Eazy-E?
Yeah.
Wow. Yo, he is a truth,
He's
man.
like, please stop. Oh man, yeah, it was that bad.
It
I'm
was.
sorry.
But I will say, and this was back to one of our earliest episodes of the Codex Prime podcast.
You posted Be a Man
I posted Be a Man, yes.
before I joined the show.
Yes, I think it's episode 6. And we started one of the early episodes of the show with a snippet from one of Macho Man's raps. So go back to that episode and listen to it. As a matter of fact, you can go on YouTube and listen to Macho Man's Be a Man. Listen to all the tracks from there.
I'm actually gonna see if he's on freaking Spotify.
Oh my God, please. Please do. Right now, Carl is searching for Macho Man Randy Savage's one and only album, Be a
And
Man.
there it is.
And it is on Spotify. Yes, it is on Spotify. Show it to the people. Show it to the people. You see it here first for our Facebook Live audience. Macho. Listen. Bars, son. Coming after you, you coward. Bars.
I'm mad you know the words. Why do you know the words? We're about to lose viewers because it is.
All right.
Kyle's like, fire. Oh, man.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Enzo, awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
It is. Yeah. It's
Like that's how you know you just have too much money and you just decide to like buy some equipment. And you think you're talented in one area,
yeah.
so you think you can do it all.
And also too, like Enzo, like he's got all this anger, and against his accuser, and justifiably so. But at
Yeah.
the same time, dude, he was fired because he didn't disclose to WWE and Vince McMahon about this allegation, like that he had months and months ago. If
That
he
was
did,
a reason.
well, that was a reason, but I'm willing to bet that if he disclosed it right away, they could have written him off TV, give him like an injury angle, and then have him come back when everything blows over. But then he'd be stinking up 205 Live, so it's like a double-edged sword.
No, and 205 Live has been putting on some dope matches. So I know you've been like talking shit about the thread on the threads. Putting up like pictures on our group threads, putting up pictures of people sleeping in empty arenas and stuff. Like, here's the 205 Live thread. My thing is, listen, Tuesdays are my longest days. Coming off an overnight, then going into work the next day, and then boom, like then this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm done by the time, like, I'll make it to like the intro, and then I'll. And then before like, is Solo any good? It's mediocre from what I hear. We didn't even see it.
Yeah.
But back to what I say, 205 Live just comes on. It just comes on too late.
Yeah.
I watched Akira Tozawa versus Hideo Itami.
Yep.
It was a good match. It was a good match. Said Alexander against Buddy Murphy tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Okay.
Will I make it? Possibly not.
I'll probably have it on in the background or something. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, Enzo, just stop.
Yeah, for real.
Just stop. Just try to live the most normal life as possible and use your WWE earnings as your retirement fund and just cut your hair.
Yep.
Like, just live a normal life.
Absolutely, Yeah. I don't know. Or you can show up at wrestling conventions, Enzo Amore, wrestling superstar, with Virgil. They can share a table.
Former wrestling. Yeah, oh, God.
Now, that would be the most depressing thing ever.
It is. I that's almost as depressing as when I saw, I forgot his name, which says a lot. But from Sons of Anarchy, he played the leader of the Mayans.
Okay.
Nobody was at his table.
Ah, damn, that sucks.
But hopefully that could change when the Mayans get their own show.
Yeah. Word.
But other than that, that's it.
Okay.
What have you been up to?
I haven't been up to much this past week. I did finally beat Mad Max on the PS4, and I thought it was pretty cool. I've pretty much like close to 100%ed the game because like there's not a whole lot to do, so I did most of the side quests or the majority of the side quests, and I breezed through the main quest line so easy because by the time I picked up on the main quest after I did all the side quests at each stronghold, my character was like way beyond the maximum level. So I basically just walked through the rest of the main quest. And it was pretty cool for what it was. I think it is an underrated title. I think it is worth picking up if you're a fan of Mad Max and if you're looking for something under the radar and enjoyable. So I beat that. I'm fully committed to beating Dark Souls 3. I resumed that game again last week. So right now I'm playing the Knight class. And I'm just having a strength-based build for my character. So I'm just like trying to build up my strength stat and my vitality stat, and or my vigor stat, so I can extend my health bar. And it's pretty cool. It's a fun game, very challenging. It's very challenging but fair. Even though I still prefer Bloodborne over Dark Souls, I'm still gonna beat Dark Souls 3. That's gonna be my mission. But I do have some other games that I do want to get into as well. In particular, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age on the PS4, which I think retools the leveling system of the original PS2 game. And there's another game that I might get into for the PS3. Singularity, which is one of the games I bought in my retro games hunt a few weeks back. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing on the games front. On the movie front, watched a few documentaries on HBO. Yo,
Really?
HBO. Yep, HBO's been killing it with the documentaries, man.
I have nothing against their documentaries. I mean, they won me over
Oh,
with the Andre the Giant one. I just
yep,
haven't. Honestly, I haven't turned on HBO since.
yeah. Oh yeah, like HBO's got some plenty of great stuff on their documentary front. Like there's one called King in the Wilderness, which is a really dope documentary on the last year of Martin Luther King's life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a deep documentary, and it was interviews with people who worked with him who are still living, and you see some rare footage of him, and I think the one thing that really struck me the most though was the footage of his funeral, which I'd never seen.
I never seen like video footage, but I saw pictures.
Yeah, like they actually show like footage of his funeral, and it shows the most heartbreaking moment of that whole documentary was Martin Luther King's father,
Yeah.
MLK Sr., just viewing his son's body in the casket, and he just breaks down and he utters this loud, painful wail, just cries out, and it's like, damn, man, I had a tear in my eye, man,
I was
because it
getting ready
was
to ask if he cried.
almost, man, because like you forget, because like we know MLK rightfully so is the icon,
Right.
but at the end you just saw a father grieving for his son, and I'm like, dang, that man, that's heavy. Like I hope and I pray that I or anyone else that we know
Nobody's.
that no one
Yeah.
goes through that kind of pain, because that's rough.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it is a great documentary because like it kind of gets into like the stuff that he tried to do.
Yeah, were his kids in it?
Yeah, like footage of his kids, rather. There was more people who worked with him,
Oh, okay.
like other activists. I think like one of the other facts that kind of struck me about that documentary, King in the Wilderness, was that like the hardest, the hardest part of his journey in the civil rights movement was working in Chicago, because like Chicago was a different type of racism than he was used to in the South when it was more overt,
Yeah.
and up north, and to a certain degree, like here in the Northeast, like in Boston in particular, like white people, especially back in those days, like they're pretty friendly, they're pretty, I want to say friendly, but just like tolerant. They're just putting up with you, but then when they feel like you're encroaching on their rights, that's when you see the evil come out.
Damn.
They turn into straight beasts, and it's like these white people picketing MLK's presence in Chicago. They just got super ugly, just super nasty. Like his presence just like unleashed their inner Klansmen basically, and like watching that, it's like it kind of makes you wonder. Like to this day, there are certain places that I dare not tread because I know some white people.
Yeah, they still carried it. I
They
had
carry
one
that,
client. I
yeah.
remember working with one client. He was just racist.
Yeah.
Like he would just like if you made him mad or something over like something stupid, or even if he just didn't like you, like I mean, the N word would just he would just blurt it out like it was nobody's business, and then like his sister would come visit him. He's like, we weren't raised like that. Like we don't know where it came from.
Yeah. Yeah. And
He
it
actually got along with me though,
wow. Think
which is weird.
or maybe I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
He did say it like one time, but then he realized it was me because his eyesight wasn't that. I guess he hadn't seen me in a while, and then he did. Then he recognized me, and then like we was just cool after. We would just get cool after that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, it kind of makes me think of like how like if you like here in Rhode Island, for example, like if you mention the word Riverside to a black person or a person of color, that's the reaction you'd get. You'd be like, ugh, I don't know about
Nobody wants
that.
to go there.
I don't know about that place. Hell, I feel that way when I have to drive through West Warwick. So yeah. King in the Wilderness. It's on HBO. It's an awesome documentary, well worth it. And yeah, besides that, I haven't seen another movie in theaters this past week, so I've just been chilling, just been focused on the games, just trying to catch up on my game slate.
In other words, you have really thought about it. It's like you really thought about seeing Solo. Or you just like, nah, not today.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. I just couldn't. I didn't have it in me to see it. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And I'm wondering if right. Well, I don't know if anybody's hearing it, but right now our neighbors next door, they are playing their music. So I don't know if our microphones are picking it up because the windows are open.
Possibly not. That's why I have my mouth like very close to the mic.
So well, I would go get my headphones. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. It's on my desk real quick.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just.
Nope, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm just listening in on the headphones here just to see if the sound from outside the window is being picked up in the back. If not, then then we'll be okay. We'll be in the clear.
Yeah, because that editing process will probably would suck. You hear it? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah, I kind of do.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close the windows now. So I guess right now you could
I guess, yeah, I'll start off with the news and
yeah.
items of interest. So far, we're going to start off with James Mangold to direct the Boba Fett film. The Logan director will be the third Star Wars spinoff film. Wait. The Logan director will be the third Star Wars spinoff film about a bounty hunter with a cool costume. Yeah, that's pretty much what he was. In addition, Lucasfilm is considering producing a Lando Calrissian spinoff film with Donald Glover to reprise the role. I mean, I still haven't seen Solo yet. I'm hearing that everybody did a good job. Mm-hmm. That he did a good job as Lando. James Mangold.
Yeah.
I mean, props to what he did for what do you call it? For Logan. Like, I absolutely loved Logan.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
so yeah, James Mangold directing the Boba Fett film. I think because James Mangold he did such a great job with the Wolverine character, particularly with Logan, as you say, and at the same time, like it's like for years, like Boba Fett was just a bounty hunter with a cool costume. He literally did nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing. Like, was his name even mentioned in the original trilogy?
No, it wasn't. Well, not in Empire, but in Jedi, it was.
Okay, so this is like, I'm like, okay, like, because I would always see like the hype of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And then once I like revisited the trilogy, because remember I saw it as a kid.
Yep.
Then forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, and plus he died a stupid death in Jedi. Just fell into the Sarlacc pit. So I don't know about this background story, this other spin-off film, just exploring his background as an adult, I guess, because we first saw him chronologically speaking in Attack of the Clones when he was a kid, and his father was a bounty hunter, because Boba Fett's a clone of his dad.
Okay.
Yeah, but those movies are trash, so who cares?
Was he like even unmasked?
No, he wasn't. But
Gee, they can do so much with that, and Lord knows what they'll do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you know what? I mean, these spin-off films are just gonna pretty much just like draw from the well. They're not gonna do anything new. They're just gonna revisit old characters at this point.
Yeah. Well, Rogue One was good though.
It was enjoyable, like on the surface. Like if you're looking for just bare bones entertainment, Rogue One is.
I have fun with Rogue One.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No argument here. It's like fast food.
And there was one thing I noticed because I know that Emilia Clarke's in Solo.
Yeah.
I have yet to see her in a movie that didn't flop.
Well, wait a minute. She was in
Terminator.
Oh yeah, Terminator Salvation. Yeah, that did flop hard.
And then this. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else.
I'm pretty sure she was in a couple other movies. I just can't think of them. But okay. But yeah, so that's the news. James Mangold. Hey, he's a terrific director. He also directed 3:10 to Yuma, the remake of that in 2007. Awesome remake.
I didn't even know that was I did not know that was a remake.
Yeah, it was a remake of the same. It was like a 1950s western of the same name. And the original was good, but the remake was even better because it kind of expanded more on some of the themes. And he also directed Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash. That was a good movie. Which reminds me, I still haven't seen that parody of Walk the Line called Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox
Oh,
story.
with John C. Riley. I haven't seen it either.
I heard that.
I think it's on HBO now.
Yeah, I think so. I've always wanted to see it too. I never got around to it, but yeah,
Okay, so she was in Terminator Genesis,
Genesis. Okay, yeah,
but then she did Me Before You,
yep, she was in that.
Voice from the Stone, Solo, and then she's gonna be in another one called Above Suspicion.
Okay,
Well, it's completed, so
all right. Well, I mean, after Game of Thrones wraps next year, she's gonna have to find some work though.
yeah, she has to find something.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got some other news here. Idris Elba, he's going to star and direct Netflix's Hunchback of Notre Dame. He will also produce music for the film and will portray the main character Quasimodo. The film will be a modern-day reimagining of Victor Hugo's classic novel, which was also adapted into a Disney animated film in 1996.
I was in that play in middle school.
Yep. Did you play Quasimodo?
I did not. I did not. I played Clopin.
Okay.
Friend of the show did play Quasimodo though.
Oh, who was it?
Wilson.
Yeah, hey, this is, I say this is pretty interesting,
Tall ass Quasimodo. He was tall then.
Yeah, because Quasimodo is supposed to be a short hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I think Idris Elba, he's a great actor, so this will be very
This would be interesting. Like,
Yeah.
how would you modernize it?
Yeah. Like, maybe,
Sure. Obviously, gypsies would still have to exist.
yeah, or they can't call her gypsy, they have to call it, like, Romanian, basically, because, sometimes some people view gypsy as a pejorative.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's like, maybe he's like the hunchback of the Notre Dame University.
See, yeah, exactly.
Yep. Or she's trying to join the football team like Rudy. I don't know. but hey, you know what? I'm all for it because Idris Elba, he was in another awesome original Netflix movie, Beasts of No Nation, which I did.
I still haven't seen that.
That is a great
I
movie.
remember you reviewing it, and I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a sad movie, but it is worth your time.
He was in The Office.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
He played Charles Minor. He
Okay.
was kind of a dickhead. He was like that dickhead boss though, who was just like all about business. Really didn't want to like establish friendships and stuff. Like he would be cordial, but he would he was very like cutthroat.
Like he took his job way too seriously.
Very seriously.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, got another news here. Jordan Peele, the director of Get Out, he's developing a Nazi Hunter series for Amazon. The series is called The Hunt, and Peele is developing the series with creator David Weil. It's produced by Sonar Entertainment and Peele's company, Monkey Paw Productions. The Hunt is set in the 1970s, and it follows a group known as the Hunters that discover hundreds of high-ranking Nazi officials hiding out in the U.S. who are conspiring to create the Fourth Reich. The Hunters set out to stop them. No release date has been announced as of yet.
Jordan Peele's on a roll.
Oh, yes.
I don't think he'll ever do comedy ever again.
Or if he does, it's going to have like a social edge to it. I mean,
possibly, but I don't think he's probably gonna. He's probably gonna like just. I think he probably found his calling behind the camera
yeah.
instead of in front. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think Key and Peele was that funny.
I know you said that before.
Like I just wasn't that big of a fan. They had some hits, but nothing to really like create a fan out of me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair because Key and Peele, it was a hit and miss show, but when it hit, it hit.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele, man, his stock has been rising.
Yeah, it is.
Winning the Oscar for Get Out for Best Original Screenplay. This Nazi Hunter show that's coming out, which I will definitely check out on Amazon.
Black Klansman.
Yep, Black Klansman. Us coming out next March with Lupita Nyong'o and Elizabeth Moss. Yo, he's killing it, man.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
I would like to see him and Donald Glover work on something together.
Oh man, that would be so.
Because like both of them can't be touched right now.
Yeah, yeah. Like creative, the creativity like is like a singularity right there.
Yeah.
Boom. And I really want to see Keegan Michael Key, get in the mix somehow. They got to collaborate on something because they're a good team. And Keanu was hilarious, by the way.
He's gonna be in Lion King
Oh yeah, I know.
playing one of the hyenas.
Yeah, but I know Keegan Michael Key. He's a talented dude. He can do more, and hopefully they can collaborate again. But yeah, Jordan Peele, Nazi Hunter series, The Hunt. Once it comes out on Amazon, I will definitely check out for that, and I'll review it as well. Because I've always wondered about that concept too. Nazi hunters in the U.S. Yeah. Some other news for you gaming heads out there. The NES Classic is back in stock, or rather, will be back in stock soon. Nintendo announced that the NES Classic will be re-released next month on June 29. So beat those scalpers, people! If you haven't picked up a unit already.
You know what? I thought I was gonna be mad, but I'm not that mad. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Like I got it when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe a month after it came out.
Yeah.
You know, I worked hard to get it.
Yep.
Too hard, if you ask me. But I mean, 2 years. You know, saying, I got an NES Classic, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years of that, and then just I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
I mean, I know scalpers are gonna have a field day with
Yeah,
this,
they are.
but
It depends on how much Nintendo puts out too. But we all know how notorious, how scandalous Nintendo can be when it comes to stocking their consoles.
yeah, like they're all about that artificial scarcity, like making it rare, and because they have the money to just like create millions of units.
They
and
do.
Make everybody happy, but no, Nintendo wants to be. They just
They want to be dickheads.
Yeah,
Just say it.
They just want to be dickheads, and they just want to be different just for the sake of being different. Sometimes it works, like with the Switch. Other times it's like you're just pissing on your customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead of the NES Classic, you could just simply download all the games on your PC. Just buy
Goes your selective outrage.
buy the USB controller off Amazon, plug it into your USB port, and just have fun. That's what you could do. It's easier. It's all right.
So you're okay with illegally downloading video games?
Now hold on a second. It's not. Listen, what you got to understand, Carl, is that the NES is over 30 years old, right?
Correct.
And the emulators are free, right?
Okay.
They've always been available.
Just like bootleg movies.
But that's different. See, listen.
You're still bootlegging. You are still bootlegging. You are not just how you get mad when you say that people are not going to the Cineplex and watch these movies the way they're meant to be seen, which is how we said it in that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So people are playing these games not how they're meant to be played, by buying the original console and cartridge.
But here's the thing: when you bootleg a movie, you're getting piss poor picture and sound quality. In most cases, people are recording it from their camera or their smartphone, like pointing their camera at the screen.
I've seen some good bootlegs.
There's no such thing as a good bootleg movie. No, trust me on this. But with an emulated video game, in the case of an emulated Nintendo or Super Nintendo game or Sega Genesis, you're getting the exact same quality, exact same everything.
But you're still bootlegging.
But here's the thing. It's like
he's wrong. He's stuttering.
But here's the thing. It's like those games are out of print. They're not being produced.
Correct.
Right? So in many cases, that's the only way that current generations of gamers can play those games.
Right, but you're still bootlegging it though.
I think bootlegging is too harsh.
No. It's to say that you're still bootlegging.
It's too harsh a word. I would say you are I would say you are it's like you're vintage treasure hunting.
You're still bootlegging it.
Anyway, listen. Whatever, man.
Selective outrage.
It's not selective. It's quite different. It's quite different. But
Didn't you? Let me guess. Hold on.
What?
You had Napster, didn't you?
Of course.
You had LimeWire.
Yup.
Isn't that illegally downloading and bootlegging music?
Hey, listen. You had it too.
I did. I have bootleg movies. I have bootleg video games. I have bootleg music. I have.
Listen, in the days of...
But you still bootleg.
Everybody did. Listen, in the days...
And everybody's still bootlegging movies. It's selective.
No.
You are still bootlegging.
In the days of Napster, LimeWire, Kazaa, remember that? Audio Galaxy. Look, it was a wild west of the internet age, right?
Okay.
Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, we didn't know any better.
Still, okay.
It was there.
And guess what? The movies are still there.
Well,
it's still bootlegging.
But I bought a lot of the music, a lot of the albums.
I bought a lot of the music
it's okay.
too. But I still download if I didn't want to spend, because CDs were expensive back then. Yeah, if I didn't want to spend the $16, $17 on whatever, if I knew somebody if I was able to bootleg it, then damn it, I did.
Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
And there we go.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
There we go.
It's. I'm sure. I just can't articulate it at this time, but I am sure that it is different. Okay. I just can't find the words. I don't have the research in front of me.
They are different. Just different forms of entertainment.
Let's move on to this next headline
It
here.
is still bootleg. We should call this episode like "It's Still Bootleg."
Okay, we got a name for the episode, but anyway, let's move on to this final headline here, and this one I do have some words to say, and I'm sure you do too. There's a new NFL policy which addresses the national anthem controversy. NFL owners have approved a new policy last Wednesday that requires players to stand for the national anthem if they are on the field. Players who choose not to stay on the field are permitted to stay in the locker room during the singing of the national anthem. However, if players do not stand for the singing of the national anthem while they're on the field, their team will be fined and will face a penalty. Now, the NFL Players Association, which is the labor union representing the players, they say that the league owners did not consult them at all regarding this ruling. And according to the PBS NewsHour, the policy will fine entire teams and not individual players. Now, this could be a way for the NFL to avoid legal challenges from the players' union, since fines against a team would not be subject to collective bargaining. The NFL Players Association also said that it would challenge any changes that violate the collective bargaining agreement. Now, I'm going to say this, I think the NFL is completely full of shit on this one when it comes to this ruling. And I think that they're definitely kowtowing to the angry orange in office and his supporters. They're also kowtowing to fans who view the players taking a knee as disrespecting the national anthem. This further obfuscates and misrepresents the whole point of the players taking a knee, because the players taking a knee, they were doing that because they were trying to protest police brutality, specifically the shooting of unarmed black men at the hands of cops. That's why they were taking a knee. It was not about disrespecting the national anthem. It was not about disrespecting the U.S. flag. But in spite of that, Roger Goodell and all 32 NFL owners say, well, you know what? It is disrespecting the flag. So if you take a knee while you're on the field, your team's gonna get fined. So the NFL is completely full of crap on this one.
Honestly, it's like, I'm an NFL fan. Go Cowboys. Shut up. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Like, they really lost sight of what Kaepernick was doing.
Yeah.
And what they they tend to forget how this whole thing started, because remember when the whole thing started, he didn't do nothing. He just sat there.
Yeah.
That's what really generated it. Really got pissed people off.
Yep.
And then he explained it. He said, "Listen, I'm protesting oppression and all that. Even though he grew up pretty privileged, like he was aware of it, didn't like it, and he decided to use his platform to do something about it.
Oh yeah.
So we did that. So of course, he started getting the backlash. So Kaepernick, when this is the part that they tend to forget, that he had a conversation with a soldier, with a veteran.
Yep, he did.
Had a dignified conversation and said, "Okay, what is something I can do to prove my point, but yet not be disrespectful?" And the veteran said, "You know what? How about taking a knee?"
Yeah.
So then that tends to spread like wildfire.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there was I remember like coming across a story when this whole thing was happening, that there was a girl who was singing the national anthem at a basketball game, and she sung it while taking a knee.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, a lot of high school a lot of teams, were doing, a lot of like local pee wee teams, high school teams, they were doing that. So yeah, it just pissed off. It just pissed off the wrong people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hence our celebrity in chief.
Yep.
And his supporters.
Yeah.
And another thing too is like, okay, these NFL owners are all old white men.
Yeah.
So like their minds are like still old school. That's how it voted. Now, big ups to like some of the owners. There were some owners. I know Arthur Blake, who owns the Falcons. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but he stood with his team.
Yeah.
He stood with his team. Jerry, unfortunately, he's one of the most senile guys anyway.
Yeah.
Jerry's old and senile guy. Great businessman, probably one of the best businessmen I know about. But he's old and senile.
Yeah. And he owns his own world, Jerry's World.
Yeah. Beautiful place, though. I can't not knock it. Yeah. It was such a beautiful place. I need to go back one of these days. But, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's going to create much more backlash.
Yeah.
So, and then even Vince McMahon, as old and senile he is, that was one of the rules of the XFL, was like there will be no protesting of the anthem whatsoever.
Yep.
Which is going to be like, I don't think a lot of players are going to want to play now.
Yeah. And plus Vince is Trump's boy, so, there's that. And plus, I think you're right, too. There might be a few other players that might follow Kaepernick's example. They might just, like, quit the league altogether.
Yeah.
Or I think in Kaepernick's case, he wasn't even drafted back. Like, he was kind of blackballed from the league, was he?
You can kind of say that. He, you can basically say that he was blackballed. Like, he, because, well, first of all, when he was doing that, he really wasn't doing so good on the field.
Yeah.
His numbers have statistically dropped significantly,
Yeah.
and so that was one reason why he ended up getting benched, and then when it came time to renew his contract, the Niners didn't renew it, and he's been a free agent since.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he just never been picked up. But I knew, last I heard, I think he worked out for the Saints. Like about a month ago. Don't quote me on it, but I know he's like going back to work on it. And he said that he actually would. He's like, you know what, I won't kneel if I come back to the league. That I won't kneel.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know some people are upset about it, but I think he accomplished his mission, because what it did is that it brought up conversation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It brought up conversation and awareness to the issue that he had. Up front.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now, like there are people who are protesting this ruling. So like as of right now, only time will tell on this.
Yeah, definitely. Like when the next season rolls around this fall, it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty ugly, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know if the NFL's ratings will take a hit to a certain degree because I know because this shows that like I mean because I wonder like if you're an NFL fan and you feel for the players like you agree with what the players are protesting against, it's like how do you feel like you want to watch the game, but at the same time you're not you hate what the owners are doing.
Right.
And it's kind of like at the end, it's like you're giving the NFL your time and money still. So it's like, what do you do as a fan in that case?
It hurt. It does hurt.
Yeah.
The thing, and here's my thing too. It's like, okay, I'm a Cowboys fan. Say I just say, I'm gonna stand with Kaepernick and watch, and not watch football, not do fantasy or anything. Yeah. That'll be the year the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, and I'll be pissed. I would be pissed.
Yeah. The season you don't watch, that's when they actually win.
Yeah. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I could see that. Like especially like after what, like 30 decades,
It's been a long time, I know that,
but yeah, and
test my loyalty.
But also too, one other thing too is like when people talk about, for those who still think it's about disrespecting the anthem and the flag. Well, what do you
Go ahead.
like for a lot of you fans out there who watch the live games in the stadiums? What do you do when the anthem's playing? Like if you're not standing up with the hand over your heart and singing along and whatnot, you're probably marching off to the concession stand to get your food in and your beer in while the lines are low. You're probably going off to using the restroom. When you're at home watching the game, when the anthem's playing, what are you doing? Are you standing up in front of the TV singing along to like this with your hand over your heart like Jack Swagger, "We the People"? No.
No, I actually said, honestly, I have not watched. No, I literally sat my ass down the entire time.
Yeah, like you just
I did.
You just sit down. You're just munching on your appetizers and whatnot for the game. You're drinking your beer and you're just waiting for the game to start. That's it. You don't care about the national anthem any more than the average fan, really.
Not to mention you do realize like they've only been requiring the players to be on the field for the anthem. They've only been doing that possibly for like the past 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, before that, they would do it like before the players entered the field.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
There was a reasoning behind that too. It just escapes me right now.
Yeah, I think it was something too that like the Department of Defense actually gave the NFL a lot, like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
To like advertise their pro-military stance and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the NFL.
That's why I want to say that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe that's like a big part of the reason why they did that ruling.
Yeah. But
it definitely sends the NFL's ruling is definitely the wrong call. It sends the wrong message, and once the new season rolls around, it's going to be real interesting, and not in a good way. Like how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going to happen when one player when players from every team takes a knee? Well, are you going to find every team across the board? What are you going to do then? So. Yeah, the NFL they set themselves up. They kind of set themselves up for failure with this one, I think. In terms of backlash,
it's really it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, some of you NFL fans, you're just gonna your mouths are firmly planted on the teat of the NFL. You can't get off the breast already. So. Oh, well, it's sad, with your fantasy football and whatnot. Anyway, let's talk about or foosball. Is that what it's called? Anyway,
don't even start because the episode after the Super Bowl, you were saying everything right.
Yeah.
So don't get bougie on us.
I'm not bougie. I'm the last person you should call bougie. I'm the most down to earth person you can ever meet. Facts.
You don't shut your bougie ass.
But yeah, let's get into some movies here and TV shows. We're getting into our summer movie preview or summer TV/movie preview of 2018. So these are some of the movies and shows that we're looking forward to this in the months of June, July, and August. So we'll probably go back and forth, seeing what we're looking forward to. So,
okay.
Carl, you kick us off. What's one of the movies or shows that you're looking forward to this summer?
I guess I'll start with movies, and as a Marvel guy, Shout outs to John Aponic.
Yup.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Like, now with the events of Infinity War, I gotta see what's next. I gotta see what's next in the MCU.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the looks of it, it looks like it does take place sometime before Infinity War.
Like, I think right before.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to seeing how Ant-Man and the Wasp will factor into the Avengers 4. Like if the quantum realm or the quantum dimension is going to factor in with the Soul Gem stuff. I think that's my theory going forward.
Yeah.
And it looks like a fun time, like a superhero romantic comedy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna start off as a romantic comedy, and then shit's just gonna hit the fan right there.
Yeah.
I think probably like probably with the exception of Captain Marvel, because that's gonna be set in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think until Avengers 4, which is what, 2 movies?
Yeah.
It's gonna be some like sad endings.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You sick bastard, you got what you want. And shout out to old Kendrick Reed for tuning in. What's good, brother?
Hey man, thank you for joining the show. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, I mean that's going to be pretty major. That and Captain Marvel, which I think is coming out in the fall.
No.
Or next
Captain
year?
Marvel's like next February, I think.
Next February. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I wish there was a DC movie on this list.
Isn't it Aquaman? Aquaman's coming out in the fall, right?
Yeah, December. Aqua Reigns. Or Aqua Roman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically Roman Reigns.
Wow. Well, if they decide to do Boo, the Roman Reigns story.
Yup. Jason Momoa.
Jason, we got you. We got the actor.
Yeah. Although, is he too tall to play Roman Reigns though?
Roman's tall though.
Yeah, but not like, because I think Jason Momoa was like 7 feet tall, close to it.
No, I don't think.
No?
Hey.
'Cause I'm thinking of his character from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, Emilia Clarke's short as fuck.
Oh yeah, she is. He's not Aquaman. He's not a good fish. He's not a bad fish. He's the fish.
Well, that's what we can call it. The guy. The
Yeah.
Roman Reigns story.
Yup.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not showing his height on Wikipedia.
Put the guy in quotes. Yeah. So yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, that comes out on July 9th. So yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be a nice little summer fun right there. As for me, one movie that I'm definitely looking forward to this summer is this really interesting movie, and it's directed by this underground rapper Boots Riley. He's one half of the underground rap group called The Coup, and he's directed this movie called Sorry to Bother You, and it stars Lakeith Stanfield and Tessa Thompson. And it's set in Oakland, California, and the film follows Lakeith Stanfield's character, he's this black telemarketer, and in order for him to succeed in telemarketing, he adopts a white voice on the phone to fool his customers.
Oh, back to the Jason Momoa is 6'4" and Roman Reigns is 6'3".
Oh, perfect casting right there. Yeah,
the guy, the Roman Reigns story.
Yeah, I can see Adrian review.
Oh my
Kyle
God,
review.
I gotta go see that.
Yeah.
No, you can go ahead, do the Adrian impression.
Oh my God, have you seen The Guy, the Roman Reigns story? It is like the greatest film of all time. Oh my God, Jason Momoa is going to be an Academy Award winner, best actor all day. I put that on everything, son. Yo, he's that nigga, son. Yeah.
Oh, I am definitely going to highlight this on the rest of the group.
Hey, shout out to Adrian, though.
That's my dude. That's my guy.
But yeah, sorry to bother you. I'm looking forward to this one because it looks mad funny, and early reviews have given it like tremendous praise for both Lakeith Stanfield and Tessa Thompson.
What's the name of it?
Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, okay.
It's coming out July 6th, and it's an interesting comedy. It's like the whole adopting a white voice on the phone. It's funny because like when I worked at a call center, I had that going through my mind. Like, what if
I had a white voice.
Like, what if I adopt a white voice? Would it be more successful with customers? I actually tried that one time, and it just didn't work. I was like, no, what am I doing?
I used it when I worked at Advance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yo, give us your best
Oh
white guy
God,
voice.
man, no.
Give the people what they want, Carl.
Nobody in this chat said that they wanted it. Then I mean, I started it, but then like after a while, like, and once all the customers knew who I was, it'd be like, advanced auto parts and batteries. What you want?
Oh, yeah.
I went from Chick-fil-A to McDonald's like real quick.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. What an awful chain.
No, Chick-fil-A is so good.
I refuse.
Yeah, you refuse, but listen, and those angels that they have working for you, trust me, is it necessary to have a white voice as a Byrd?
I would not think so. Yeah. That's my best white guy voice. I don't know how.
God, that is awful.
It is awful.
That is awful. I'll just be like, okay, I'll give it to you. I'm like, advanced auto parts and batteries is car. Okay, and what kind of car is it? What year, maker, and model? Like, it wasn't nothing great.
It sounds exactly like your normal voice, Carl.
But I try to be more polite.
Wow.
It's not like I'm going advanced auto year. I've done that before, though.
Wow.
But I knew who the customer was.
Okay, yeah. Was just some random old white lady on the phone. Yeah. But yeah, that's coming out July 6th. Sorry to bother you. What else you got? What else are you looking forward to?
I'm not gonna go out of my way to like go to the movies and see this. Mm-hmm. But I'll check out Uncle Drew. Yeah. Uncle Drew looks like just one of those movies that you're just out with your boys and be like, yo, let's go see Uncle Drew. All right.
Yeah, I would say
just go and have a good laugh, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna forget about it by the end of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you never know. It might go above and beyond, but you know what? Oh man. Kendrick,
that must be awesome, though.
Yeah, it must be. For our listeners out there, Kendrick Reed left a comment here. He says I am country as hell, and people are shocked when I start talking blurred stuff. Indeed. Yeah.
That'd be interesting to hear. That would be interesting to hear.
It would be.
It'd be dope, though.
Yeah. Like we know like a couple like a few like hood like real hood people, and you could be surprised how nerdy they actually are.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's dope. But yeah, Uncle Drew, it looks fun. It's got Tiffany Haddish, Lil Rel Howery is in it.
Yeah, he's got a new show coming out this year.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, with Jess Hilarious. She's like hilarious on Instagram though. She just be roasting people. I gotta play you one of her roasts one day.
Okay.
Oh God, when she roasted Wendy Williams, because Wendy Williams posted a picture of her as a kid, and oh my God, like when I first heard it, I mean, I was in tears.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll check that out. I'll probably review it on the show. Another movie that I'm looking forward to. Of course, we talked about this on the podcast a couple times. Black Klansman coming out August 10th.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, Spike Lee directed, produced by Jordan Peele.
Yeah, that's a recipe for greatness.
Yeah, man. And it's been a while since Spike Lee made a great film. Like he's made some pretty good, interesting ones. Like shout out to Bad Lad from a couple weeks ago. He did mention a movie that I reviewed on the podcast, Chirac.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also dope with Nick Cannon as a hardcore thug rapper.
I can't do it.
I couldn't picture it myself, but he plays the part. Like if you had no idea who Nick Cannon was and you saw Chirac, you'd be like, yo, who's this dude? He plays the part.
Listen,
he was convincing.
That's Devin Miles from Drumline. Okay.
Hey, Drumline is still cool.
I love Drumline.
Yeah, had a decent soundtrack too. When I think about it.
But then Drumline kind of ruined my life because I watched it in Baltimore and then I come back and it was like, yo, you look like Nick Cannon from Drumline. I was like, God damn it! So I had to hear that for like a year or two until like the movie died down, and then eventually I ended up cutting my braids. So
yeah,
yes, I had braids.
Yeah, you did. You thinking about growing back the braids back?
Dude, I am in my 30s. I'm done with that phase. I am done with that phase.
Man.
Nick Cannon is hilarious.
Hey, fuck Nick Cannon, son. Oh man, but yeah, Black Klansman, man. August 10th, I will definitely be in theaters first day. How about you, man? Another movie?
Incredibles 2.
Yes. Yeah, man. Incredibles 2 that's coming out June
Just,
June 15th.
yeah, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of those where you like, yo, you gotta tell parents to like leave them crying ass kids at home,
Yeah.
which won't happen. But I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I had fun, hanging out with my little cousins watching the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one is so good.
Yeah,
And
so like, I'm cool. I'm definitely gonna look. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's gonna turn out.
yeah, me too. And I'm surprised it took them this long to make a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Like
Yeah.
Disney, you pretty much are gonna own the world within the next 50 years. So like, you
Yeah.
got the money.
Yeah, because Incredibles, the first one came out in 2004.
Damn, that's what.
Yeah, 14 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, I was in college at the time, man.
Shout outs to Natalie watching.
Yeah. Hey, welcome. But yeah, Incredibles 2, that's going to be dope. Cuz like Brad Byrd, man, he's the creator of Incredibles and he's a writer director. Like he can do no wrong so far. Like he did he directed Tomorrowland, which I heard wasn't all that.
Never heard of it. No.
Yeah, it was with George Clooney. It was a live action movie. Yeah, Ara said it was okay at best. But he did a Brad Bird. He did Incredibles. He did a Ratatouille, The Iron Giant, which is
Okay, Iron Giant's like a modern classic.
oh yeah, that movie's almost 20. Next year it's gonna be 20.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Yo, they last forever these movies. But yeah, Incredibles 2, like Pixar, they get it right 9 times out of 10. You know, they have a near perfect track record. You know, the 10th time you usually get a Cars or The Good Dinosaur.
Cars has a fan base.
Yeah, it does. But then like I don't know, maybe I'm just overanalyzing it, but the world of Cars doesn't make any sense to me. Cause like
Nothing has to be like.
no, because when you think about the cars, it's like, how do they go to the bathroom? It's like, do they just like empty their oil, or like, do they get oil changes? Like,
Why would you even think that about a car? Like, who is there a scene where they actually use a restroom?
but here's the question though: is like, how do cars procreate in that universe? Do they just build themselves from the ground up?
See, you're thinking way too into it.
I'm just saying though.
You are thinking way too into that. I mean, first of all, just remember these movies are meant for kids. They don't think about that shit.
Well. Actually, I gotta stop you there because, like, with Pixar, they do keep adults in mind. Like, that's why.
Yeah, because adults are taking their kids to see the movie. They gotta throw some jokes in. Look at Shrek 2.
I've never seen any of the Shrek movies though.
Shrek 2, I would say, well, yeah, I like part 2 the best.
Okay.
But even though I only saw the first 2, I would say that 2 was my favorite. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, yo, there was some adult jokes in there that they had to like, hey, we know you guys are spending your hard-earned money to keep your kids happy. We'll throw you guys a couple of bones of jokes here for you guys, and that's it. But there's no need to go that far in depth with freaking Cars.
Oh, I agree, but
There's no need for it.
yeah, but when you
Like
have,
it was that type of movie where you're not supposed to.
right, but when you see that kind of universe when it's nothing but cars, like driving, talking cars, a lot of questions instantly pop up
No,
automatically.
they instantly popped up in your head. Nobody gives a shit about that.
How do they procreate? That's the big question.
Who gives a shit?
Matter of fact, you know what? If I made a Pixar movie, that I would explore that. How do cars procreate?
And it's gonna be dark as fuck. Somebody's gonna have cancer, car cancer.
Like what? A bad alternator? Oh shoot! Oh, I just came. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah. Some other movies that how does a car excrete its waste? That's a good question
Easy.
right there.
Putting the gas pedal and it's just gas.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
the carbon dioxide.
Oh man, but another movie I'm looking forward to this summer. It comes out August 17th and it stars Melissa McCarthy and a bunch of Muppets. It's called The Happy Time Murders, and this one looks hilarious. It looks like this year's Sausage Party. in
Is that why you mentioned Sausage Party before we went on here?
Yeah, the Happy Time Murders. If you haven't seen it, it's an R-rated comedy where Muppets are their own species. They coexist with humans, and apparently it's like a buddy cop / murder mystery. And the synopsis here reads: a puppet private investigator named Phil Phillips reunites with his ex-partner, Detective Connie Edwards, played by Melissa McCarthy, to find a serial killer who murdered Phil's Muppet brother and is now targeting the cast members of the 1980s TV series The Happy Time Gang. So a bunch of Muppets, a bunch of like R-rated, X-rated, raunchy ass humor, and some violence. I'm there, man. And you know, I really like the tagline for this movie. It's called the tagline for this movie is "No Sesame, All Street." That's pretty clever, though. I gotta say.
The the trailer has popped up on like my Facebook like timeline. Mm-hmm. Like not my timeline, my news feeds.
Yeah.
But I haven't took the time to like watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It possibly could be the new Sausage Party. Is Seth Rogen involved in it?
As far as I know, no. Right. I know Joel McHale is in it.
All right. And then Natalie says, "How do Muppets procreate?"
Again, you know what? I think that's a question that the Happy Time Murders should answer in some way, because
somehow, you know what, they probably will.
I mean, in fact, if you watch the trailer for this film, there's a hilarious gag where there are two Muppets banging in the interrogation room, and the male Muppet, I think it's Phil Phillips, he explodes. He reaches his peak, and it's silly string just coming out of that Muppet pecker. Silly string everywhere. So that answers.
There's something there.
So that answers how Muppets bust a silly string nut, apparently. So if that doesn't sell you on this movie, nothing will. So I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it.
Well then, I mean, I don't even know what else to say on that one. I guess I'm just gonna go with my final movie, Ocean's 8.
Okay.
Look, my two hands. That must be in the trailers.
Wow.
But yeah, Ocean's 8. Interesting turn on like Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Have you seen the Ocean's 11 films?
No, I never had a chance to like really sat down and watch it.
Yeah, the first one is the best one.
The original one, like the original one with the Rat Pack.
Oh, I haven't seen the Rat Pack one, okay. but the one with Ocean's 11 that came out in 2001 with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Bernie Mac, R.I.P.
I'm like, you better mention Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, that movie still holds up. That's a fun movie. Like Ocean's 12 and 13.
Okay, they say, hey, it was more of those. Looks like we kind of got a franchise here.
Yeah, Ocean's 12, like it tried to recapture the magic while trying to be too clever for its own good, and it was just like, nah, this isn't the same. And from what I hear, Ocean's 13 was pretty much a remake of the first Ocean's 11 in terms of its plot, because they rob another casino,
right? And
it's like, okay, but Ocean's 8, it looks interesting. I love the cast: Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Mindy Kaling.
Yeah, Mindy
Kaling, Aquafina, Rihanna. Who else? Bunch of other names that I'm blanking out on right now. Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to check that out. It sounds like a fun little caper film. All-female cast. Great actresses. So, some Oscar winners up in there.
Sandra Bullock's an Oscar winner, right?
Yeah, she is. She won for The Blind Side.
Oh, okay.
Which, okay. Yeah, The Blind Side. I wasn't a fan. Did you see that movie?
Bits and pieces. That's another one where I never like really sat down to watch it.
I know Blindside has its fans, and Sandra Bullock, she was good in it, but it just
too much estrogen.
Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice.
It's
But
not. But funny. I'm guilty for laughing.
yeah, you are. But I will say, The Blind Side, I wasn't a fan because it just reeked too much of like racial paternalism. Like you got this sassy rich white lady taking in this poor big black guy who's good at football, and I know it was based on a true story, but
Yeah, Michael
even
Orr. Yeah.
like Michael Orr, but even Michael Orr wasn't really feeling the movie that much. So when you watch it, it's a cringy movie.
Well,
It's
you
really
gotta like
cringy.
change stuff for dramatic purposes. You know.
Yeah, you do.
They do like studios do that.
Yeah.
Like I remember, rest in peace, my boy Lex. When he passed away, he was part of a biker gang,
Oh wow.
and they had like a little fundraiser at this biker bar. You know, for him. So I went to that. To show some love. A couple of friends that we used to work with were gonna be there.
Yeah.
And so everybody was in there in their cuts and everything. So I actually had a chance to like have a conversation with them. And that year, like a couple of weeks before that, that was when I had my birthday party and I dressed up as a member of Sam Crow, Sons of Anarchy. So then I was talking to him, and a friend of mine, I was telling him that a friend of mine was joking around and saying, "Hey, to fit in, you should wear your Sons of Anarchy costume." And they was like, "No, do not do that. They will make fun of you to the point where you run out of this bar. So then I'm sitting there like, I'm like, yeah, I mean, so I was like, you know what? Having a conversation about it, I was like, is it really like that? And they're like, no. No, a lot of that stuff was just added for purpose, added for TV purposes, for dramatic purposes. But I think Sons, they portrayed the brotherhood of it, because those brotherhoods are strong.
Oh, I bet.
They
Yeah.
are strong.
Yeah, motorcycle clubs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I had, like, mad respect. Like, ever since that funeral, I had, like, nothing but respect for them. And they do that for, like, if it's somebody that they care about, they'll parade. Like, they had, like, 1,000, almost like 900 motorcycles at his funeral.
Man, that's what's up. It's kind of badass.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. I gained so much respect for them because of that.
Indeed.
What you on to? I know you have more movies than I did.
Yeah, another movie I'm looking forward to this summer is coming out August 17th also. It's Crazy Rich Asians, which is based on the popular novel by Kevin Kwan, which I still want to read that book, so I might find some time for it before the movie comes out. This one, it centers on a Chinese-American economics professor who accompanies her boyfriend to Singapore for her best friend's wedding, only to become thrust into the lives of Asia's rich and famous because she discovers that her boyfriend comes from a very wealthy family with a dark past, and every woman wants him. So every woman wants to be the rich bae. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's got a beautiful cast of Asian actors and actresses, my peeps. So
Half.
yeah, representing the other half of me. So I'm gonna check that movie out. Constance Wu is in it. Henry Golding. Ken Jeong is in it, of course. Michelle Yeoh is in it. So yeah, it looks pretty fun. Like when
It sounds racist.
what was that?
Oh, Kendrick said it sounds racist.
It's not. Trust me, because this movie, it's based on the novel written by an Asian author. The movie stars and is directed by Asian filmmakers and actors. So it looks pretty tight. So it doesn't look like a white person's idea of what an Asian country, in this case Singapore, looks like. So it definitely looks like it's going to be worth the time. And it shows how representation matters, man. When you got some interesting voices out there, they give you some interesting characters.
Okay,
I'm all for it.
two things. Nat says, "Why is Ken the token Asian now?" I think 'cause he's like the most popular one, and
Well, here's the thing. Ken Jeong, he's not the main character. He plays I guess looks like a small supporting character. Yeah.
and then you think that since it's based on Singapore, I don't know how you would call those people Singaporeans.
Yeah, I think it's about right.
All right.
Yeah.
You think they'll bring up the Canaan situation from the 90s?
Yeah, people always bring that up. I don't think so. No.
Possible.
They might make a passing mention of it.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. But yeah, check out the trailer. It does look kind of dope. I will definitely be there, and hopefully the movie will be just as good as the book. From what I hear, the book is really awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
What's next?
There's another movie. It's coming out June 22nd. It's a independent drama called Under the Silver Lake, and it stars Andrew Garfield and Riley Keough. Keough, yeah. It's directed by David Robert Mitchell, who directed that horror movie It Follows, which is pretty dope. And Andrew Garfield, he plays this guy who falls in love with this chick, who they hit it off, but then she disappears the next day. Like she moves from her apartment, like her apartment's totally empty. But Sam, he's kind of an airhead. He's kind of stupid, so he's like a big conspiracy theorist. So he connects all the dots as to why this girl disappeared. So he's like seeing patterns in real life that aren't there, and he's like connecting like these numbers and these symbols and what they might mean and why she moved and all this, and like he's like hardcore doing some detective work tracking her down, and he runs into like a crazy cast of characters like billionaires, celebrities, just weird ass people around L.A. It looks really interesting. You know, it's for the conspiracy theorists who swear up and down that they can see patterns in Tupac's last album or his last movie, basically. But I'm gonna check it out. Under the Silver Lake, and Andrew Garfield's a great actor too.
Time ago. Wrote the song a long time ago. Oh no, just because you mentioned, because hearing the notes in Tupac, it just made me think of that skit.
Dave Chappelle, that ain't your wife.
Go home.
But yeah, that movie sounds dope. And Andrew Garfield, man, like he was awesome in Hacksaw Ridge. So I'm looking forward to seeing him
I
in
want
this
another
one.
Spider-Man with him.
He was a good Peter Parker.
I did not think those movies. I mean, I know you're not a fan of them, but I really didn't think those movies were bad.
Well, the first one was but part two was, yeah, it was.
No,
it was
I enjoyed part two, and not to mention they like cock teased us with the Sinister Six in their post-credit scene.
Yeah, they
and we
did.
Never got it.
Nope.
Never got it. I was interested in just seeing another Doc Octopus.
Yeah.
Even though the fur from Spider-Man 2 was fire.
Yeah, Alfred Molina.
That was his name because he played in Da Vinci Code too.
Yeah. Oh man, that was an iconic performance right there.
Da Vinci Code or Doctor?
Doc Ock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So let's try to breeze through the TV shows real quick.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, yep.
I'm going into that one with low expectations.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger were like particularly dark characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be on Freeform, and it's gonna be a teen drama.
Yeah, like a
So
YA.
just like I did with Runaways, I went in with low expectations, but I did enjoy Runaways.
Mm-hmm.
So I think honestly, Cloak and Dagger would have been better as a Netflix series
I think so.
with
I agree.
adults, with the adults that they're supposed to be.
Yeah, because there's a lot you could tell if that was the case.
Yeah. Marlon.
Yeah.
Marlon was enjoyable. I used to watch it with one of my clients, and we enjoyed the hell out of it together. Like, that was like our thing. We would make sure we would watch Marlon together.
Okay.
Luke Cage season 2.
Yes. That's coming out June
22nd.
Yep.
Listen, when the first season came out, I went to my boy Jim's house. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the first episode together.
Okay.
Then I had to go and celebrate my cousin's 50th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Party was dope, by the way.
Yep.
Had a good time. Shout out to cousin Gloria.
Right on.
And as good a time I had, I literally wanted to be home to sit in my drawers and watch Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So, because it ended and it was such a dope show. Jesus Christ, this ceiling fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Put a paperweight on it.
Yeah. So, like, I just seeing where that goes, even though, like, I'm still wondering where it falls in, where like the timeline falls in.
Yeah.
Where see Luke Cage, then you had Iron Fist, then Punisher,
Mm-hmm.
and then Defenders. No,
Yeah.
Defenders was first.
Yeah, Defenders.
Then Punisher. So like exactly. Luke Cage had me in the gym, bro. For real, I need to go back. And like I don't know. I'm so curious to know where it's at. And will Iron Fist be in it? Where they, let's just say, get rid of the Iron Fist as a solo act and they become heroes for hire? Because Iron Fist, I'll just say that he's a better supporting character.
Yeah, I agree.
Than a main star.
Yeah, because that show was trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking back at it, yeah.
Okay.
Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, the Netflix show. Loosely based on the promotion from the 80s.
Yep.
I'm interested in seeing where that goes.
Yeah, me too.
Because they had some like crazy characters and all that. So I'm like, well, you know what? Where is this gonna go?
Yeah. Plus, I want to see like which other wrestlers will cameo in
exactly. That's another thing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insecure, of course.
Oh man, yeah. Season 3 coming out August 12th on HBO. That's the show I'm looking forward to the most.
Another one that I mentioned earlier in the episode, Rel, with Lil Rel Howery.
Yep.
And also, I just happened to look this up because it comes out around this time.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got nothing. But then I had to look it up and saw that it should be coming out in August.
Yeah.
The next season of Orange is the New Black.
Oh, it's coming out in August.
I miss my jailbirds.
Yeah, man.
I miss my Dominican jailbird. I love me some Daya. I love me some Daya. I love me
Flocka. Maritza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flocka, Clarissa. Clarissa was a hot one.
Red.
Somebody I knew liked Red.
Red is the hottest chick in the game, son.
And Selena's Vegas played her. Gloria.
Yep.
I love Gloria. Love me some Gloria. So.
Yeah, so that's coming out August, right?
August, from what the article said. Maybe there's been a change because I don't even remember the date that the article was.
Yeah, man. That's one of my That's one of my top 5 favorite shows.
For real.
Yeah.
And wait, they killed off Piscatella, right?
Yes. Thank goodness. I hated that son of a bitch.
Not to mention they got separated too.
Yeah.
Got separated. Yeah.
Yep. They're in different facilities now, so I don't know if they're gonna go cut back and forth between them.
No, I doubt they done. I mean, they did it from different crews, so I mean, if they can cut back and forth to different crews, they can do it for different facilities.
Mm-hmm. Then Crazy Eyes.
Yeah, she's a very interesting character.
Oh yeah,
That's what I got.
I threw my pie for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Those are some choice shows right there. There's one show that I'm looking forward to. It's coming on FX next Sunday. It's premiering on June 3rd. It's called Pose, and it takes place.
Is that the show about voguing?
Yeah, like the voguing, like the drag culture of the late '80s New York. You know, like it looks great.
Hey, that Vogue culture is real.
Yeah, man. Just strike a pose, you know.
You do that a little too well. Then you got to do the whole drop thing that they do.
Hey, I remember that scene from Don't Be a Menace in South Central.
Yeah. Strike a pose. No, Vogue. Dun, dun. Nah, there was this video I got to show you. It's a ratchet fight video. Mm-hmm. But it was two gay men. They were fighting in a welfare office. Mm-hmm. So... dude in the purple whoops his ass.
Right.
And then he vogues at the end.
Really?
I'm like, that is just added insult to injury, but it is the most funniest thing I've seen at that time.
Oh, I got to see that after
I'll play it for you.
Nice.
I'll definitely play it for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And for me, one more movie that I'm looking forward to also is Sicario, Day of the Soldado.
I remember you jonesing about the first one.
Yeah, the first one is excellent. But then the second one's coming out June 29th. Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin. If you haven't seen the original Sicario, which came out in 2015, please do so. That is one of the very best crime dramas I've seen this decade. And the ending will mess you up bad. Whew. I will say no more.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. So whatever you're looking forward to this summer, whether it's a movie or a TV show, let us know in the comments or at codexprimepodcast@gmail.com. Send us an email.
All right. Now, I'm like a little off track, so it's time for question of the week.
All right. Going on the Instagramma.
Yeah, I'm going to check the Instagram first.
All right.
So, Jesus Christ. This is...
We got likes on our IG page.
You know what? Like, there's another question, which is an unofficial question, but that received so much love that I have to read. I have to shout it out and read it.
All right, let's get it.
So, the official question of the week last week was, what was your favorite video game based on a comic book?
Yeah.
All right, and that was actually Instagram empty. Damn. I've been posting a lot too, so yeah, forgive me for being so unprepared.
To answer that question, my answer was X-Men Legends, but I've got to say, Batman Arkham City, that would be my absolute favorite.
The Arkham series have been known to be pretty popular.
Oh yeah, have you played those games at all?
I helped my client was playing one, and I like helped him out with something.
Yeah, they're worth playing. Like there's Arkham. There's three main games in the series: there's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. And then there was Arkham Origins, which is kind of like a spinoff. It wasn't made by Rocksteady Games. It was from a different developer. I heard that was all right.
All right. So on the Facebook, it's by friend of the show. Okay. Well, Kendrick says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
We just have to say which one. So Nick Quattrini.
Yep.
Friend of the show. He says, absolutely. I have a top 3. Batman Returns for Super NES.
Okay.
Arkham City for Xbox 360. And The Punisher on PS2. I'm really hoping that they make another Punisher game. It played like Max Payne, and now with 4K, it could look like you're watching The Punisher on a Netflix show.
Oh, word. Yeah.
So the unofficial question of the week was, name a movie that you watched over 5 times that you're still entertained by. Catherine Little said Deadpool, The Godfather, Goodfellas, and Rocky Parts 1 through 4. Nick Quattrini says, other than a superhero movie, I say The Godfathers 1 and 2, Scarface, Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, Armageddon, Braveheart, and Lethal Weapon. These are dozens. There's dozens more like horror, but 8 is plenty. Friend of the show, Brian Lope says any of the Rocky films, Deadpool, and Any Given Sunday.
Yep.
Shout outs to O. Kendrick. He said The Matrix, Prometheus, Starship Troopers, Lucy, Hoodlums, and Coming to America.
Okay.
Mary Weinreich says, whatever happened to Baby Jane, Mommy Dearest, and The Burbs. Shantae Gordon said The Last Dragon, Ragnarok, Black Panther, and Avatar.
Okay.
Theodore Hollis said The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And Tuco the Beast. Yeah, I probably said that wrong.
Okay.
Wendy K. Weinreich also said Remember the Titans. Catherine Little tuned back in and said, oh, and A Bronx Tale.
Okay.
Tom Robinson said John Wick. So then on our Instagram, who we got? Okay. AWOL_MM says RoboCop. Okay, shout outs to AWOL.
Yep.
Kid Creole, shout out to the Jabbateers podcast. He said Paid in Full.
Okay.
Case Dos Santos says my favorite, The Goonies or and The Sandlot. Bella RE30 says any of the X-Men movies.
Okay.
John Aponic said Gross Point Blank.
Yep, that is a favorite of his.
Yeah, Cassie from shoutouts to the Mixed Feelings podcast said Kung Pao.
Oh my God! What? No, unacceptable.
If you listen to Mixed Feelings, you'd be like, yeah, she would like Kung Pao. No. Kung Pao was hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
I found it good.
You would.
Ryan Parmenafit says Spaceballs.
Yep.
And Radioactive Ramon said Snatch.
Okay, yeah.
So, this week's official question of the week, and this is going to be a list for you.
Okay.
Name a movie everyone loves, but you don't.
Okay. That everyone loves, but I don't. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's where do we start? Of course, the first Transformers. Hell, any of the Transformers movies, because they're all trash. I remember Aris was in love with that movie, and I crapped on his enthusiasm.
Nothing new.
Yeah. So yeah, Transformers is definitely one. Everyone liked but me. I'm gonna have to sit there. I'm gonna sit and think about some others. But what you got?
I can only think of one off the top of my head right now. It's Finding Nemo. Just couldn't get into it.
That's depressing, man.
Why is this so just depressing? I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Of course you wouldn't get into it. I mean, Finding Nemo it's an excellently written film, and it is lovely voice acting by Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres, who plays Dory
yeah.
with the fish with the short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
And she had this wonderful monologue at the end. When she tells Albert Brooks' characters, like, when I forget, but when I look at you, I feel like I'm home, and I'm like, yes, that's why Pixar is number one.
Turned you into Stink Mina.
Yo, Stink from the Boondocks.
God, I missed that show.
Oh man. Well, I heard
seasons 1 through 3.
I heard season 4 was terrible.
It was awful. There was only one good joke through that entire season. I just made me go.
Why was season 4 so terrible though?
Aaron McGruder left the show.
Oh yeah. Wow. But yeah, definitely. Finding Nemo was not torture. Listen, let me tell you something. I need to set the record straight, yo. Finding Nemo is one of Pixar's masterpieces in their catalog. You Pepsi challenged that movie. Like you mentioned the greats in Pixar: Inside Out, the Toy Story trilogy, WALL-E, Ratatouille, Coco, Finding Nemo, and Finding Dory. But Finding Nemo is the better film. Finding Nemo it gives you it's everything. It had the charm for the kids. It had the intelligence for the adults. It was emotionally intelligent. It was so well written, so well performed by the voice cast. Yo, I'm not gonna. What y'all not gonna do is dump on Finding Nemo, because Finding Nemo is a modern classic. It came out in 2003. It still holds up to this day.
Okay, I'm sure like people love it and all that. Just me personally, I just couldn't get into it. Sorry.
Because you don't like joy in your life. But anyway.
Oh, this is coming from somebody who loves cancerous movies. And what's that movie you always recommended that we watch? Was it Cannibalistic Holocaust?
Oh, I didn't recommend Cannibal Holocaust.
Holocaust. Yeah.
I've never seen. I don't plan on seeing Cannibal Holocaust.
I plan on seeing it.
You see it and you tell me what you think, because I've seen screenshots of that movie, and I know that movie by its reputation, and I don't want to see it. But yo, let me tell you something. Yeah, Transformers is trash. I mean, and you know what? I was vindicated though, because when Aris and then all of our boys got on me, Furman and everybody got on my case for hating on that movie and that franchise. Shout outs to Freddie, who created the artwork for our show. He created the logo for Codex Prime. I was vindicated because a few years ago, in one of our annual beach trips at Nantasket, he did say to me, yeah, those Transformers movies are trash. So he came around. One person came around in our circle. And you know what? I wear that victory with pride. Hey, so thank you, Freddie.
Take it. You know, they all kind of like love the same thing. So
yeah. So
I enjoy it. I didn't see the third. Did I see the third one? No, I seen them all except for I seen them all up to Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that was the fourth one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's what, 5 altogether?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus, there's the Bumblebee movie coming out in February with John Cena. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man. I know. There's some other popular movies that everyone likes.
Plenty, I'm sure.
But I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Oh,
right
you
now.
hated Harlem Nights?
Yo,
Harlem Nights is fire.
No, it's a trash fire. I agree.
No,
Yo,
it's
let me
not.
say,
Like Harlem Nights is. I love Harlem Nights.
thank you for mentioning Harlem Nights because for some reason, several of our friends, I don't know why, including you, they swear up and down that Harlem Nights is a funny movie. Harlem Nights is that was so terrible.
That scene had me dying.
He was trying way too hard to pull a laugh.
But you know what? He got it though.
But
He
no.
got it.
I said this. I said
Little gun.
no. I said this several times on the show, but it bears repeating. Harlem Nights is perhaps one of the most perplexing movies I've seen in my lifetime because how do you have all of that comedic talent, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, Della Reese, Jasmine Guy, Thomas Michael Ford, R.I.P., and so many others. How can you have all that, Richard Pryor? How can you have all of that black comedic royalty in that one movie, Robin Harris, and the movie isn't funny, not one time?
Oh no, bro.
Nothing about that movie is funny.
Harlem Nights is great.
Awful terrible writing, terrible acting, terrible everything. The movie and that was there's a reason why Harlem Nights is Eddie Murphy's one and only directorial feature.
Right. Yeah, because you stick up the ass critics shitting on it, but even then,
it wasn't
funny. He was distraught by it that he didn't watch it for years, and then he watched it. He said, "You know what? This really is fucking funny."
Of course, he'd say that because it's his movie.
Reason why that movie's in syndication. It's a good movie.
It's not
enjoyable, fun laugh.
Harlem.
It's coming from somebody who loved that Patrick Stewart movie. I'm just now thinking about this. That Patrick Stewart movie where he played a neo-Nazi.
Oh, which one? Oh, Green Room.
Yeah.
Green Room wasn't a comedy though. It was a thriller. but look, I'm saying Harlem Nights.
I'm trying to breeze through your collection right now just to try to.
Okay, Harlem. Okay, listen. For those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, Harlem Nights is low. It's like right beneath my feet. But Coming to America, which is what Harlem Nights is compared to often, way up here, way up at the peak. Harlem Nights is a -10. Coming to America is a 10. 10 plus. Okay. All right. So
that's all I can think of right now is Finding Nemo. But
yeah. But Transformers is trash. Harlem Nights is trash, and I'm gonna stick by that. I am
stick by it all you want.
It's just not a funny movie. And matter of fact, you know what? I'm a Pepsi. We'll take a poll. We'll take a poll among not only our listeners but among our friends. Which one is a better movie, Coming to America or Harlem Nights?
Oh, hands down, Coming to America is a better movie.
Okay,
but we could just take a poll and just be like, is Harlem Nights a funny movie?
We'll put that poll up right now. We'll put the poll up somewhere.
Yeah,
we'll put it on the Codex Prime Facebook page because I want to know.
All right,
and the people will back me up on this.
Okay.
All right then.
All right, we will do that.
Yes, the poll coming soon.
That will be on our Instagram. That will be. Yep. We got 2 questions of the week.
Yes.
We're gonna have 2 questions of the week, so that will be up on our social medias within a day or two. So, he said Tales from the Hood.
Oh my.
Nah, home dude used to creep the hell out of me.
You know, I haven't seen that movie. I've only seen that movie once.
Yeah, as a kid, and I was done after that. Him and Candyman.
Oh, Tony Todd.
I still will not say his name to this day.
Tony Todd.
I will not do it.
Look. Oh, have you looked in the mirror 3 times? Go. Candyman.
I will never do it.
Candyman.
I will never do it.
Candyman.
Nope.
They should do a reboot of that movie.
No.
Who? Oh, you know what? Do a reboot of Candyman starring Christopher Judge, the voice of Kratos in the new God of War. That would be ill.
You may have something there.
Mm-hmm.
You may have something, but
yeah,
there's no originality coming out of Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'll be up on our. Those will be on our Instagram, on our social medias within a day or two. Tell them where you can find us.
Yes, you can find all of our episodes on Facebook Live as well as SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. So give us a 5-star review on iTunes when you can. And you can find us all over the social media sites on Facebook, Twitter at Codex Prime Cast, and Instagram at Codex Prime Podcast.
Says say Candyman while shaving. I dare you.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time.
That shit scarred me.
Oh man.
Fuck you. That shit scarred me.
I want to watch that movie again now.
You can go ahead.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening to the show. Tune in next week. We got more podcast fire coming out of the oven. Anything else you want to say, Carl?
I'm good as of right now.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Leave
what's
us some
up.
5-star reviews and all that.
All right. So yes, thank you for checking us out. And as always, we will catch you on the flip. Peace out, nerds.
Later.